Hey Royalty fam, welcome back to another craft with novelty session. Okay, so listen, I've been doing patch toques for the longest time, but I never thought about doing baseball hats, to be honest. Well, until now. So this past Sunday, I fell, into a Pinterest black hole. You know, the kind where you scroll for 5 minutes and somehow it's been 2 hours. Yeah, so that happened. And all I kept seeing were these cute patch hats. So I said, wait a minute, I've already got patches. I've got hats. So let's do this. I had this cap I got a long time ago for my brand, but I didn't love how it looked back then. So it just kind of sat there. But today, we're giving it a makeover. I'm pulling out a bunch of patches, some stars, a smiley face, a few empowering words, along with, a few others. Because honestly, I'm not sure what the final look will be, but I'm about to freestyle and see what sticks. So this is for my crafters and those that, would like to craft, but it's not really take that big leap. Help me out. If you were designing a patch hat, what would your theme be? I mean, would it be cute and aesthetic, bold and spicy, full on bedazzled? Drop it in the comments. I really want to know. Okay. This is actually harder than it looks. I think I'm overthinking it. But you know what? Creativity sometimes means you just trying stuff out until it feels right. So I'm gonna continue to just put on these patches until it feels right, and hopefully that's soon. So fun fact, did you know baseball caps have been around since the 1860s? The first ones were made for a Brooklyn baseball team and had a long peak to protect players' eyes. So fashion meets function, right? Anywho, y'all know I always have to, put a little something that's inspiration in there. So today's quote is simple. Be bold enough to try and soft enough to grow. Sometimes that's all creativity needs. One brave little why not moment. Because why not? If y'all are enjoying this project thus far, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know if I should do more hats or maybe even, something else with patches. I don't know. I've already done toques, I've done dresses. Now I'm doing the baseball cap. So I don't know. We can figure something out, but let me know. Okay, so I think I'm finally landing a layout that I actually love. So I'm gonna start to glue the patches on one by one, just so I don't forget what goes where. I've definitely done that before. I feel like this part is the most satisfying part for me. Watching the design starting to come together. Like it started with just a random hat. Well, not quite a random hat, but a very plain hat I wasn't even using, and now look at her. She getting a whole makeover and things. I mean, I can't wait to see the end product. So these are iron patches. I just had to say this real quickly, just in case anybody's wondering why I'm gluing. I normally iron them on and they play pretty secure. However, honestly, I had so much stuff that I took out and I didn't really want to, use the iron with all these things because that could be very hazardous. So I decided, I am gonna just use the glue, and it still works, the same way. The only thing with the glue is it can get a little messy at times and it takes a little bit more effort. You normally have to use clamps right after you glue it just to secure it and hold it down and make sure that it's stabilized. And there's always the little glue residence that often gets, left behind. But since it's for me, I bypassed all that. Now for a little extra sparkle. I'm using this bead device I actually got years ago for my tubes. Never thought I'd be using it on a hat, but here we are. I didn't want this to be way too long, so I didn't really, film every little, bits and piece of the process. But I started off by adding a few of these pearl beads at the front, just, one here and there. There was no pattern, it wasn't anything specific because I wasn't sure of the direction still. But then I think I ruined it. See the three I added, I end up just adding three there and just kind of went with the flow as I went. And this is how it came out. It was actually a pretty good mistake. Okay, so let's see how it came on. I said, let me pop this baby on real quick and give you guys a final look. So she's given confidence, she's given Pinterest worthy, she's given, yes, I made it, and yes, I'll make you one too if you ask nicely. So let me know, do we love it? Would you rock a hat like this?